The right to be heard at any court proceeding, the right to view the pre-sentence report of the probation department, the right to be informed of and to attend any parole or parole revocation hearing, any termination of sex offender registration hearings and offender executions. The right to be informed by the local police, the sheriff and his deputies of the status of the case and the time of the next court appearance and other scheduling information and needs, the right to be informed of the final disposition of the case, the right to consult with prosecution prior to a disposition and prior to the trial of a case, the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, the right to be informed of and to attend all the critical stages of the criminal justice process. So that's just a couple. Eight of the 24, I'll read the rest, of the victims' rights in Colorado. So when my dog was ran over, most likely by, I think, Troy Zinn, but apparently nobody gives a shit. A major crime had happened in Costilla County, and the sheriffs didn't give a shit, and the neighbors didn't give a shit. Nick Villela, Hiram Richardson didn't give a shit. I mean, it's one thing they don't care, right? But it's they're actively engaging in crimes. So Hiram has committed a crime against me. Villela, Phil Greeny, Kenny Capin, Robert Pickrell, and some other people to a lesser extent. And then once you're addicted, dude, then you're going to rationalize why you was an asshole. Why'd you throw that stone? Well, because, well, you know, they were saying that he was a witch, you know. So you threw the stone like a piece of shit bitch that you are? What if he forgives you and, you know, does that change? No, I wanted to hurt him with the stone. I threw the stone because I wanted to hurt him. So you're a piece of shit. The right to be heard by phone, in person, by text, by email, by U.S. mail, by handwritten notes, or virtually by audio or video or equivalent, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. The right to be heard, right? The right to be heard. Somebody murdered my dog. I have, you know, crime after crime. If they want to sit there and try to say, oh, you're just trying to get out of your thing. No, I'm not a white woman. A white woman could commit 12 crimes and then just be a stupid, emotional fucking bitch. And then a dumb, emotional bitch would just fucking agree with her. Oh, okay, so she's allowed to commit crimes because she'll lie right to your fucking face? That's some bullshit. The right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity. When is that day going to happen, huh? The right to be informed of, attend all the critical stages of the criminal justice process. Yeah, that's right. That means they would have to be arrested or a summons, and then they would have to go through the disposition, preliminary hearing, and the whole goddamn thing. Robert Pickrell committed a crime against me. I made that accusation before I was arrested. Also, the thing's on videotape. So the only way you could try to say that I'm trying to get out of, you know, the 3 warning shots, and also that's another fucking thing. These motherfuckers are shooting at me. So I could rape you pieces of shit a million fucking times, and then the moment that you say stop, that's the problem. The moment you say stop, get the fuck out of here. But that's what you're fucking saying. That is what you are fucking saying. The right to be provided with a secure waiting room at the courthouse to not be seen or to avoid being in close proximity to them. The right to attend a sealing of records hearing. The right to be informed of a criminal protection order upon the written request of the victim. The right to be informed of being able to file a civil suit after a criminal conviction. The right to money damages restitution. In some cases, the right to receive one's property back if the police took it for evidence reasons. The right to be notified of a referral of an offender to community corrections. The right to attend any parole application hearing and full parole board review hearing. The right to attend probation revocation hearing. The right to be informed if the convicted is released on parole or release of offender from jail or hospital. The right to attend post-conviction DNA test hearings. The right to attend a preservation of DNA evidence hearing, CRS 18-14142B. The right to be informed about complaint, summons, or warrant filed by the probation department or a change of venue release of. So that means Robert Pickrell should be arrested and he should go through the entire, you know, process. And then you want my, you know, witness testimony. So I'll write that witness testimony and I'll show up for court if we want to do a jury trial on this thing. And anytime he wants to do any of these other things, right, do the parole, do this, do that, then I have a right to be a part of that process. At any time, these motherfuckers will just let that pile of shit. I mean, actually, they've dismissed his case the entire time for 4 fucking years. Michael Gonzalez has dismissed and dismissed and dismissed every fucking crime that's happened against me. So you've reassured me of nothing. You've reassured me of nothing. 1 million crimes as a child, 1 million crimes as an adult. And then when I say stop committing crimes, then I get another 2 million crimes on top of me. Fuck you, motherfuckers. The only problem I have is I guess I wanted someone to give a damn, but fucking shit, I'll never ask you motherfuckers to give a damn ever again. You can't give a damn. You can't give a damn. And what's so fucked up is, I'm glad all these experiences have happened because I could give a million damns about millions of people. I could give a million damns about a million people. And you can't even give a damn about one fucking person. Think about that shit. You guys are lazy piles of shit. Am I that good? Am I that compassionate? Am I that intelligent and knowledgeable? Am I that much fucking better than you? Am I that fucking much better than you? All them rat bastards got to the stand and lied through their fucking teeth. Even, the best one, I'd say Hunter Velasquez. Oh, you forgot when Colin Romero was trying to steal from me and then you said go ahead and get robbed? And then he shows up to the scene and says, just shoot my dog, Tim. Oh, fucking thanks a lot, Hunter Velasquez. Schultz says that I had a gun at the top of the fucking roof. No, you're the one with the gun in your fucking hand, you piece of shit. Yeah, but if we're going to pretend his lie, well, then he's got a right to go ahead and just pump me full of lead. Right? Well, that man's got a gun at the top of the roof. I'm gonna shoot him 100 fucking times. Yay, Schultz is the hero. Hey, Schultz, I'm the one that called you, you piece of shit. Schultz is a typical cop, though. Schultz is exactly what the cops fucking do. Well, I don't see nobody committing crimes now. You came an hour later, you dumb douchebag piece of shit. Don't you call me a douchebag. I'll arrest you now. You're the douchebag, motherfucker. Why don't you go chase the motherfucker that just committed a crime, you lazy bitch? If you didn't want that badge, give it to me. So what you're doing is preventing me from going after the damn criminals. That's what those cops are doing. The right to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse. No, if you live in Costilla County, Phil Greeny gets to shove green beans up your kids' asses until the day you die. Now you have to. Soto Cruz ain't gonna say shit. Danny Sanchez ain't gonna say shit. And then Ann Kelly, she says, hey, don't compare me to Robert Willett and Alonzo Payne. You're the same, you piece of shit. They ignored it. You're ignoring it. What the fuck is the fucking difference? Here's 24 victims' rights that I'm reading to them assholes, and they might watch this shit. I hope not. I don't want none of you motherfuckers listening. This is all for me. In the middle of the trial, Ann Kelly was sitting there talking about how, freedom. Oh, he likes freedom. She rolled her eyes to freedom. She mocked freedom. She was sarcastic about the whole idea of freedom. Rage against the dying of the light. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. She rolled her eyes to freedom. Well, guess what there? You fascist fuck. You fucking fascist fuck. So the Nazis in Costilla County, the right-wing sovereign perverts, the reason why the Nazi government can't stop the Nazi perverts is because they're all fucking Nazi fucks. I have it on videotape, you pieces of fucking shit. And so that means what they're saying to me is if I sit there and I document Phil Greeny, he didn't shove green beans up my kids' asses yet, but what's the end goal of all of his fucking crimes? I think that's all these motherfuckers want. They're a bunch of goddamn child abusing perverts. Oh, I know how you motherfuckers are. No, I grew up around you fucking right-wing fascist perverts. That's all you want to do is shove green beans up children's asses. You're dumb racist assholes. Don't Jew you over. That's what the abusers are saying. A bunch of racist. Hitler's a great man. They idolize and worship evil. Now you all want to shove green beans up children's asses. I would like to have reassurance that that's not who you fucking are, but you ain't listening to me. The School of Life said we need to reassure each other, and that makes a lot of fucking sense to me. I know you're rat bastard pieces of shit. Oh, I know you're rat bastard pieces of shit. You'll ignore 1 million crimes, 2 million crimes, you'll ignore them all. And God, if I just wanted you to give a damn and then shit, then you don't, that breaks my fucking heart. Hey, so-and-so shoved green beans up my kids' asses. Do I have to videotape it and document it and then take photographs and then call the cops 100 times and Schultz will come out and then be a prick to me? Yeah, that's what the fuck would happen in Costilla County. I don't want to videotape these criminal motherfuckers shoving green beans up my kids' asses. I don't want to fucking document. I don't want to live my fucking life Just watching you assholes commit crime after crime after crime against me. I couldn't convince these fucking pieces of shit, but I don't think these pieces of shit can be convinced. And so what I'm going to try to do... What are you doing? You're just kind of sitting right here. So I'm going to go ahead and tie you up. Make me really nervous. You're just kind of standing there. So sit right there, okay? She rolled her eyes at freedom. The preamble to the Constitution of America is about freedom. We're here to provide for the common defense. We're here to the domestic tranquility. What was it? There's like 5 things, right? The point of America is to form a more perfect union. Do I have it? To form a more perfect union. And some other things. Here we go. So the point of America, and it's the same thing as Colorado. So the point of America is to secure the blessings of liberty. What the fuck? That can't be. Is that in the Constitution? Freedom is in the Constitution? Where? Where at in the Bill of Rights? The whole Bill of Rights is freedom? Yeah, the right to speak, the right to... So when she rolled her eyes at fucking freedom, she don't give a fuck about no victims' rights. Her idea of freedom is that Jacqueline Mitchell gets to commit 12 crimes against you, and then if you say stop it, well then who gives a fuck? Fuck you and fuck your life. You're a man, and you was peaceful and you're nice. Nah, I can only identify with an ugly-ass piece of shit bitch. Nah, she's a criminal bitch, and then I guess... birds of a feather fucking flock together. She rolled her eyes at freedom. Both the government of Colorado and the government of America is here to protect the blessings of liberty, to protect our civil liberties. That's a law. These lawyers don't seem to think that freedom of speech is a law. That's a fucking law. So why don't you enforce that fucking law? And then all these victims' rights. You don't want to be Alonzo Payne. You don't want to be compared to Alonzo Payne and Robert Willett. You are Robert Willett. You are Alonzo Payne. That bitch want to fuck me over. That bitch didn't give a shit about the fucking crimes. That bitch didn't give a fuck. And then I hear he's giving out sweetheart deals and just dismissing case left after right. Am I nicer than Alonzo Payne? I'm so fucking nice that even Alonzo Payne looked at me and was like, well, I'm gonna fuck this guy over. Hey, Judge, nah, he's got Jim Dostal signed up, so we're going to fuck him over soon. Don't worry, Judge. He signed he's going to give Jim Dostal some money, so we're going to fuck him over the next time he comes back in. Don't you worry, Judge. That's who Alonzo Payne is. I offered olive branch after olive branch. Why don't you just give me 1 fucking 10th of the power this Jacqueline Mitchell has? Jacqueline Mitchell can commit crime after crime, 12 fucking times. Phil Greene commits crime after crime. Nobody says a fucking word. And we've dismissed the case already. We didn't even entertain the case. So basically these piles of shit are saying if the cops can kidnap you, Anne Frank, you're fucked. No, Anne Frank, the cops kidnapped you fair and square. You had the wrong religion. The rule is you can't be a Jewish person in Germany. You broke the law. Now it's time for you to catch syphilis. Now you're going to get raped and catch syphilis and you're going to die in a concentration camp. Maybe because you're Jewish, or maybe because you're compliant and obedient and you did as you're told. She rolled her eyes at freedom. She rolled her eyes at freedom. So when I'm sitting here, the right to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse, does she believe in any of this? The right to receive the initial incident report from the police, which establishes at a minimum the victim's name, offender's name, the date of the crime, charges, and a summary of the incident. So, does she believe in any of this? Yeah, where is that incident report? No, I called the police and I want to press charges. They're a bunch of lazy piles of shit. That Keith Schultz just wasted my fucking time. He didn't want to be a cop. He's a fat, lazy pile of shit. And Kenny Capin is his friend. So when I said that Kenny Capin was shooting shots, well, he needs to fuck me over. Soto Cruz is friends with Troy Zinn. So when I said, hey, I think that Troy Zinn killed my dog, well, Soto Cruz has to fuck me over. Instead of goddamn looking for the truth and seeing who is committing what crime, I was just working on my own fucking house, minding my own fucking business till you all started committing crimes against me, you motherfuckers. Roll your eyes at freedom. He believes in freedom. The whole point, the reason why you got elected was because Alonzo Payne didn't enforce victims' rights, you dumb motherfucker. These assholes want to pretend, well, I didn't see the video, to try to, stay in between, stay in the middle. You stay ignorant. Danny Sanchez didn't even know what the fuck was going on in his own goddamn county. He said he saw the email and then passed it on to Hunter. And that was it. Oh, I'm just a dumb, ignorant, stupid-ass sheriff. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, okay. Well, that's terrible. That's terrible. Do you think you're being smart because you're feigning ignorance? I don't know what was going on. So the question, would Danny Sanchez have just let John Masters just keep on getting raped out there? Yeah, he was prepared to let me fucking get goddamn every fucking crime against me. He wasn't going to do a fucking thing. And then the feigned ignorance. And then he doesn't keep up with the laws. Oh, you passed the email on to Hunter? Well then shit, we need to get Hunter back up here. We need to talk to him some more. Because I was sitting there talking about drive-by shootings and arsons and people murdering my fucking dog and major fucking felonies. Major fucking felonies. This is before you all fucking arrested me. So what are you saying? I was just making up shit back then? What? Why was I making up shit back then? There was no charge to get out of back then. Just for the fuck of it? It's on videotape, you pile of fucking shit. I know you all could somehow disagree with the videotape. Motherfuckers coming by, clicking guns and shit. Shut the fuck up. You killed my fucking dog. You're a right-wing, sovereign Nazi piece of shit. And you don't know right from wrong. You don't know right from wrong. And I am a lot better than you motherfuckers. Holy fuck, am I a lot better than you motherfuckers. God damn. I can't believe everything on every fucking front. When I worked at a job, I was more friendlier, more welcome to the, Applebee's, welcome to Pilot, what the fuck ever. I was better at working, better at being a neighbor, better at fucking everything. And I've been humble too. I was better at being fucking humble too, you fucking motherfuckers. So many assholes learn shit and say, well, I know everything and I know more than you, so I get all the power and you shut your mouth. But I say, hey, if I'm able to learn, you're able to learn, so I'm not going to sit there and say I'm better than you, because essentially my pistons are firing the exact same way. Maybe I influenced my pistons. So yeah, I don't understand. Motherfucking pieces of shit. I can empathize with 1 million people. I can empathize with the 9-year-old who got killed in Yemen by Trump's drones. I can empathize with a family in Afghanistan that got bombed by Joe Biden. I can empathize with the woman in Saudi Arabia who showed too much ankle and was getting her head chopped off. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So I posted a whole bunch of this here. So I'll show some more of this stuff here, but I've already shown some of the videos, and I guess I want to show like the other videos that I haven't shown. So, I mean, there's a creepy fuck that's driving around my house. I guess he's looking for my kids to rape. And then there's a creepy fuck that drives in front of my house back and forth because he's, I guess, looking for my puppies to rape. And then you got Phil Greeny looking for my kittens to rape. That motherfucker every day. He committed at least 2 dozen crimes. Now I think that motherfucker came over here, so that means that motherfucker committed 50 to 100 crimes. Stalking. You can't point to a single law in Colorado to justify any of the fucking behavior that they're doing. I can point to a law. So how do you expect people to follow the law if they're not reading the law? Now you're driving around dude's house. What law says you're allowed to do that? Is that freedom of speech? Is that somehow you're expressing, hey, I'm just expressing myself by, I gotta drive around and intimidate people. And then, the only thing I haven't done is this type of shit. This criminal shit. And so if I go bad, you guys give me a whole bunch of fucking examples of what to fucking do, huh? So drive by a dude's house, click gun, run over dude's dog. Let's see here. Intimidate, stalk, click with the gun. Get him to call cops every once in a while. have some buddies, have some friends, and just keep fucking with dude, fucking with dude, fucking with dude. You don't have it. You don't care about civilization. You don't care about America. You don't care about any sort of, you're a right-wing sovereign, terrorist, criminal fuck. You want to just stay at your house and shove green beans up your kids' asses. And know what the McDonald's were doing? For 5 fucking years, they shoved green beans up those kids' asses. For 5 fucking years. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. And then crimes were happening on top of the poaching and the serial killing and the fucking violence and all the shit that was happening out there. Here's an arson on Delaware Trail. Let's take a look at this one. So I got, all these URL addresses here.
So here's the intersection of Seminole and Delaware.
That's my.
Section here, this is going southbound. That's right there. Going southbound here. That's where the arson attack took place. It's still burning. It's 24 hours later. And there was another structure that was up right next to it. And they're acting like, oh yeah, you need to back away from the smoke. Because we need to make sure all the hot embers are out. The hot embers weren't out, so they didn't even put out.
We might see Tecumseh show up.
Right next to the thing is burned down.
So Tim's alive then. This is when they burnt down Samantha and Xanis's house. Not because he was a pervert, but because he was letting Daniel use the house and not their people.
I saw some shenanigans going on around here at night.
And I was so descriptive and I said exactly what happened. The cops didn't give a shit. Soto Cruz didn't give a shit. Nobody gave a shit.
Red lights.
And, as much as I would love to believe that this is justice, this isn't justice. The guy's already in prison for 40 years. The family's destroyed. Samantha McDonald didn't get any justice. She didn't even go to prison. She didn't even go to jail. What kind of justice? This is like impeaching a president after he's left. It's not really. It's like kicking Sonny Corleone in the mouth after he's been shot up 100 fucking times. There's no point to it. And it's not brave. And you didn't really stand up to the damn evil. You didn't stand up to shit. You came in at the very end and, kind of done something to make it seem like you did something, but you didn't do shit. You didn't do jack shit. So this is the intersection of where I live. So that was just me sort of explaining what had happened. And so I'm going to write a little comment. Thank you for documenting. Thank you for documenting all the crimes, for documenting this crime. Because that's also extrajudicial, right? So is that how that's KKK shit. So they're not even listening. If they read Article 2, Section 13, you're allowed to have a posse comitatus when the sheriff calls for it. You can't have a posse just sitting around all day long, all the live long day. That's KKK shit. These motherfuckers are criminal motherfuckers. You had Xanis who said, get away from me, Iraqis. You had Nick Villela who says the N-word all the time. Ed Brewster says the N-word. They can't get enough of saying that N-word. God damn do they love saying the fucking N-word. And then I could just look at these other motherfuckers' faces and actually get a sense of their fucking racist disgustingness. They don't have morals. They don't have virtues. They're just piles of shit. Thank you for documenting this crime. You're welcome, man. That's, that you think I want to just spend all fucking day, sit there goddamn saying what crimes you all committed? Nah, I'd rather just live my life, If I could just...
This has been nearly 24
There's Tecumseh.
hours.
There's Tecumseh. When the, I think that's Daniel's car, too. So they're going to steal Daniel's car. So why did they do it? To clean out the neighborhood? No, they wanted to get the metal frame to get money, They don't want people living, they just like them living around here, and they like their little crime fucking ridden fucking central.
So because they didn't put out, look, you can still see the fire right here.
Yeah, see, so there's a structure here. It's this like 6 arsons that happened while I was living there. And then this is on top of the 6 to 12 arsons that happened previously. But we're going to pretend that none of this is happening. We're going to pretend that none of this is going on. Troy Zinn said that it was his son that did it. He told Nick number 2 that his son had burned this house down. So we know that the Zinns like to sell water illegally, so they're into criminal behavior. They don't read Colorado law because they don't give a fuck about the cops. The right-wing sovereigns are against state officials.
Somebody south of here set this on fire.
And then they came out there last night, the fire department, and then they were there for like 3 hours being assholes. My Tecumseh was kind of trying to be friendly with them or whatever, and I'm the, one who called it in. You want a statement from me or anything? Nah, we don't want a statement or nothing. You don't want to know what happened? Nah, we don't want to know what happened. Just to see if there's any dead bodies and shit. That's all we're looking for. You gonna put out the fire? Nah, we're not even gonna put out the fire either. It's dry out there. This fucking thing could, look at this, it could reunite. I remember I tried to burn a tree in Pueblo, and there was just a tiny little ember at the very bottom, and they poured like water on it for about an hour. Just kept on dumping water into the thing until it was, And yet, here we see smoke. It's still going. There was a structure, actually, that was still up, when they came up, and then the next day it was gone. So, I'm going to say again, let's see here. It was the Zins. I'm going to write it was the Zins who do the arsons. I heard that it was baby Troy Zinn who killed, I think he killed Tecumseh. There is one fucking guy with the flatbed truck that I'm not for sure who that is. So there's another fat fucking asshole fuck out there. I've seen a fat-faced fuck. So what am I saying here? I think it was Troy Zinn. Or Troy Zinn son did it. And so when I think about, this isn't just because Troy Zinn lived next to the motherfuckers and they were being raped for 5 years. Nick Villela said that, goddamn, what did he say? He said that Xanis McDonald liked to watch his daughter go pee. That's what Nick Villela told me that Xanis McDonald had told him. And then when I talked about Gandhi, he didn't like Gandhi because Gandhi's all about, peace and freedom and justice. So he hated the liberal, sort of depiction of Gandhi. And then when I told him that he was, he'd laid with children, then all of a sudden the motherfucker started quoting Gandhi. So Nick Villela is a sick fuck. He likes to say the N-word. I took it easy on that motherfucker. Why? Because we had that one night in Vegas. For about a week, we just did some shooting. He said it was more like months, and then he sat next to my mother as if he was the best friend of the fucking family, whatever. And my mother, she don't care that he was a racist piece of shit committing crimes against me. She's all right with that type of shit. She don't have a fucking shred of morality to her. So that sucks. That means I got nobody on my fucking side. I had 3 people over on my side, but really I had nobody. And they were fucking assholes. I turned around and made a comment to them, and then they kind of acted like I didn't say anything to them, like they didn't know how to respond or whatever. Motherfucking assholes, why are you here? Why are you motherfuckers here? But Nick Villela said that Troy Zinn, Nick Villela said that Xanis McDonald liked to watch his daughter go pee. So they knew these people. They were friends with these people. They hung out with Xanis and Samantha. The Troy Zinn's big into the right-wing sovereign. He doesn't pay the $2,000 in planning and zoning. He's friends with Bruce Doucette and Vince Edwards. I looked at the property search, and I thought these big names were gone. But no, they're all friends with fucking Troy. So Troy Zinn is bringing these right-wing sovereigns who, they're against America. They're not reading the Constitution, right? They're saying the Constitution says that there's no Colorado or Oregon or Texas or Montana. So there's no state governments, that's wrong. We got 50 republics, and then America is the king of the republics. We have a federal system. So we got state governments and we got a federal government. And there's a balance between the two. But they're saying there's no state governments, no state officials. So when you have Ann Kelly and Mike Gonzalez sitting there standing up for the right-wing sovereign piles of shit that committed crime after crime against me, well, they're just denying their own legitimacy. You're sitting there saying that these dumb motherfuckers who say you have no legitimacy, no authority whatsoever, that's who you're standing up for, that's who you're defending. DA Ann Kelly made sure that I couldn't ask about the right-wing sovereign. I wasn't allowed to ask Jacqueline Mitchell if she was a right-wing sovereign. Phil Greene, she went to the mat. Phil Greene said, fuck the courts, fuck your subpoenas, fuck you asshole fucking state officials. He ain't going to go to court. He ain't going to listen to any of you rat bastard fucks. You think Ann Kelly gave a shit about that? Ann Kelly don't give a fuck about crime. She don't care about victims' rights. This is a political fucking hit job. She's a lazy pile of fucking shit. Why don't you ask a couple questions, motherfucker? Why don't you goddamn give a person the benefit of the doubt? I called the fucking police. I fucked up by calling the police because I also fucked up by going to planning and zoning. You tell them who you are. You tell them your name and number, your social security number. Now they got all the information to goddamn arrest you. And they would, feel like they're doing something, so they gotta arrest somebody. Who gives a shit if you actually did any goddamn crimes? These are major crimes happening to me, and I said stop committing crimes, and then that's when they arrested me, and then crimes kept on happening as I had to go to fucking court. So if I was asking any of these rat bastards the truth, hey, Nick Villela, why were you a rat bastard? Well, you were a nice guy. You were nice to me, and I was bored, so I was like, I'm gonna fuck with nice guys' psychology. And then you started fucking with me, and then I started fucking with you back. And then you got pissed off, and then it was like, hey, how dare you? You was nice. No, I was nice because I wanted you to be neighborly back to me, but you can't fucking do it. You had to take advantage of me. So, Jesus Christ, I want fucking nice people in the neighborhood. I want people being neighborly. I don't want you